Matter of fact, I got two people here right now, and we're part of a group that helps build villages in the Philippines. And we do that every week, and we try to raise funds for it and stuff like that. And we realize the power of presence. This cannot be a show without y'all. So this is dedicated to all of you who come here every week. This is dedicated for all of y'all who stood by somebody when they were sick. This is dedicated to all of y'all who's been there for a friend, like whenever they were going through some stuff, right? Like your girl comes to you like, yo, he just broke up with me, and be like, yo, we're getting you messed up tonight. We are getting drunk. And that's all y'all do, right? Like that's how it is, because you are there for them. Father. So this is
how could I ever be here today?
Alright, Asia.
Come on.
I never went to my grandfather's funeral, but at 16, I spent mornings beneath blankets hiding from responsibility and daylight. And funerals, well, they were always outdoors. Besides, I don't do death very well, and my grandfather wouldn't know the difference whether I was there or not anyway. 12 years later, she was 29 years old by the time her sickness began posting eviction letters on her flesh. And I am standing at her bedside, listening to her take breaths the same way we attempt to dismantle bombs. Fragile and trembling, she is fragile and trembling, and I am thinking of New Orleans.
Come on.
I'm thinking of people on rooftops. I think they were trying to get closer to God so He can hear them. We heard them cry. Watch how the tears made the waters rise, and the only way to stop the drowning was for us to flock to the flood, rope our veins together, pull them out with our hearts, open our doors, sandbags around their children, pry off the plywood graffitis with "I'll be back soon," and replace them with banners that read "Welcome home." I'm thinking of 9/11. I'm thinking of flowers and letters and streetlights spun with yellow ribbon, of candles and vigils and memorial services, how we knelt beside them on the rubble, wiped the white dust from their faces like Veronica did for Jesus, helped them lift their quivering hands to cross themselves. We prayed silently out loud. Loud enough to silence the sound of sirens and bulldozers and retaliation, so the mourning families may hear us, so they may know we are lighting candles beside them, so they may believe somehow peace will come soon. I am thinking of hospital waiting rooms. I'm thinking of foreheads bent over bedsides, how we assembled chairs to make a makeshift place to sleep on, oversized jackets used for blankets, wanting to be the first face they see when they wake up. We run to get them ice cups. We speak to those in comatose, heard they can hear us, don't know if it's true, but we aren't taking any chances. We leave behind pieces of ourselves, inflated with helium, tethered to bouquets, scroll our good intentions aside, get well greeting cards, just in case they come to consciousness while we step out. They will know we were there. Our hearts are rattling the bars of our ribcage to remind us we are stronger than our desire to spill blood. That for every music sheet destroyed by flood, there's a man with a guitar case full of water ready to rewrite the songs. For every war cry declared, there are gospel choirs spending Sundays drowning out the noise. For every deathbed, there are bedsides open like arms inviting to be surrounded. For every casket, there are 6 hands ready to lift the burden. How mighty is our presence, how beautiful when we gather, how glorious is the human touch. There's a reason we have more band-aids in our medicine cabinets than we will ever have cuts. I believe for every wound the world bleeds, there are people waiting to patch it up, to balance out the chaos, to provide company to our misery, to validate our pain by standing at our bedside time and time again. So here I am, watching her struggle for breath, but I don't do death very well. I wish I could give her some of mine, so instead I bend down to kiss her on the forehead. Fragile and trembling, I kiss her for New Orleans. I kiss her for 9/11.
Come on.
I kiss her for hospital waiting rooms and bedsides, for postcards and airport baggage claims, for the people who learn how to catch foreheads with their shoulders, and for the college students who remember to call home, but mostly I kiss her for my grandfather, whose ashes I've swallowed and that settle like dust on my lips, so for every kiss I give, he will know it's me, still trying to say, I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm gonna bring up my teammate to do this last piece with me. Y'all saw this a little bit ago. I want y'all to make some noise, show some love for my man, King Poet, Brave New Voices Poet. Make some noise for Diego.
flowers greeted me this morning.
Turned their face but said nothing. I wonder what they were trying to tell me.
I wonder what I would say if they could understand, as if flowers could listen. Hello world. I love how you dress with every season, always matching, never out of style.
You set the trends for the rest of us to follow, but we don't always get it right.
We can never look as smooth as the way you wear your snow in the winter.
We can never look as fly as the way you rock the sunrise at dawn. We capture diamonds but can't bling the way you sparkle your ocean. Hello world. I love to watch how you move, so make my day and slow dance around the sun.
Let's two-step into the morning.
Show me how you spin your skirt into hurricanes.
Show me how you brush locks of grass against my cheeks.
I'll press my ears to your canyons just to hear you speak. Hello world. How long have you had those bruises?
I know it wasn't your doing.
I know abuse is something none of us asked for, but children who witness their mothers being beaten rarely ever do something about it. Hello world.
You should know you're magnetic. We gravitate to you without knowing how.
Even the moon can't help it. Always trying to steal your spotlight, but we know haters don't shine for too long, so let them stare all they want. They don't have life like you. Hello world. You should know you're beautiful. No need to cover your shine. No need to hide behind the makeup and the eyeline. The highways and the skyline. There's sewage in your pores. There's pollution stains on your dress. I know you're working hard for no pay while we make profits off the mess. Smokestacks got you blemished. Oil freight spilling over like mascara in your tears. How long have you been crying? Hello world. There's an ulcer in your ozone.
There's a cancer the shape of civilization,
and it's only growing larger. Feasting on itself, you're burning up. Hello world. I know you're hungry. Your children are starving, but you're running out of resources to feed them. Others more greedy never learn how to share, but you never speak up because mothers are like that.
Too tired to stop us from bickering.
Too loving to choose favorites, wanting nothing in return but for one of us to listen. Hello world. I can't hear you past the gunshots. I can't hear you past the napalm. Palms pressed against you in desperation.
Missiles are pressing them deeper,
and you are swallowing every death soul.
Take them into you.
Bury them deep into your earth to muffle the screams on the surface.
Turn them into you.
Ground them in the soil that they might sprout life. Overgrow over the madness. Let your branches reach up to tickle the heavens so angels may climb down from them. Let the breeze whistle through your leaves. Let the whistling grow louder. Louder than the bombs. Louder than the screams. Louder than the rifles and riots and tanks and everything in between. Hello world.
Your sky is a dingy red.
Not because you're blushing, but because you're embarrassed. Hello world. I still love you. Behind the concrete, behind the bricks, behind the rust and rubble collecting at your hips.
Others would rather gaze up to marvel at the stars,
but I would rather keep my eyes straight forward. Watch you lie naked before me, because honestly, I love you most at your barest. Because true love means loving you exactly as you are.
So why do we always try to change the ones we love most?
So no, I am not here to change the world. I would rather just have you at your purest.
So strip off your excess.
Spin dance naked for me. Remind me why I fell in love with you above all else. Hello world. You are still beautiful. I just want you to see it for yourself.
Woo!